105.7 WAPL, Van Halen and Jamie's crying. It's Tim the Hittman Hartt. Timmy's crying. I just went into the bathroom and the lights were flickering in there. And I'm not a scaredy cat. I've got Paper Valley Paranormal in studio. Say hello to all of the masses of paranormal people out there.
Hello, everybody.
So, Paper Valley Paranormal, it's a group. How many guys are in your group?
So there's 6 of us right now.
6. All right, but I see there's members.
Yes.
There's like hundreds of members.
Thousands,
yeah.
We have a lot of followers.
So now when you say you have a lot of followers, you guys do paranormal, kind of like, they're not tours. What do you want to call them? Investigations?
Investigations.
How many people typically show up to one of your investigations?
We can have anywhere from 10 to 30 to 40, depends on the venue.
Cool.
Depends on whether or not we're doing a tour or something special that we'll set up.
All right, first of all, I know Dan. Dan, introduce yourself.
My name is Dan Hollisey. I go by Pops.
Okay.
And I've been doing this for about 4 years. And absolutely, positively love what I do.
That's awesome.
My name's Eddie Holland. Go by Hollywood. I've been doing this for roughly 9 years. I'm from Oklahoma, started a team there, moved to Wisconsin, got with these guys, and we started Paper Valley Paranormal.
What's scarier, Oklahoma or Wisconsin?
I'd say, well, as far as like bugs and stuff, Oklahoma's scarier. But there's a lot more places, more opportunities up here in Wisconsin to investigate and stuff like that.
Our spirits are drunk in Wisconsin, I think.
And I'm Heather Kelly. I'm known as a hearse lady because I drive a 79 hearse. That's so cool.
Leather seats, crazy nun looking out the back window.
Yeah, crazy nun, and my license plate says "You'll be next." So.
And you're from?
I'm from Stockbridge, Wisconsin.
Okay. And you've been with the group how long?
I've only been with the group a few months, but I've been doing this for a lot longer than that.
Cool.
So.
Sounds like you hooked up with some good guys here.
My name's Fester. I sometimes go by John. I actually I come the farthest here. I think I come down from Gresham.
Okay.
So I've been doing this for about 4 years with Dan, and I just love it. It's great.
Sounds like you guys all love it. Tell me about the next paranormal investigation. That one's coming up October 27th. Where's it at?
On October 27th, we're going to be doing, it's a 2-part tour. Half of it's going to be at the Greenville Grange, and the other half it's going to be at a haunted farmhouse built in the 1840s right down the road. And both very, very active.
Well, and I got to say, I look on your Facebook here, and it's sold out.
Yes, sold out in a week.
1 week. And sold out is how many?
Sold out is 30.
30 people.
Yes.
I suppose it would be hard to investigate with like 50 or 60 people. It just like would turn into a party, probably.
Yeah.
It gets to be a little chaotic, but we've done it before. We did 4 events last year with a different team up in northern Wisconsin. It was 52, 54 people on each one, and you got a lot of personal issues besides ghostly issues. I'm
sure. So tell me what do you guys usually get on an investigation like this as far as EVPs, electrical voice?
We get everything from yells to in a question and answer session we'll be asking questions, and sometimes you can't hear it with your naked ear, but later on when we go through with the EVPs with our digital voice recorders, we'll have a whole bunch of answers from and it'll be otherworldly sounding and just like hollow, like
it's not right.
Right.
As soon as you hear it,
through a bean can.
I've heard some of the stuff, and I've also offered my services as to clean up the audio. And anytime you got audio that needs a little manhandling, I'm your guy.
Cool.
Absolutely.
Cool.
And I know John Jordan from the Roadshow is looking at possibly going on this, and myself. So I know you can fit 2 more, probably.
Yep. We always have room for
because
you.
we could ride in the hearse.
Yep, absolutely. I got 2 spots. One in the back, one in the front.
I have to sit next to the nun, probably. That'll be me.
She won't bite you. It's cool.
Well, so you've all investigated together then, right?
Yes.
Have you guys seen full-bodied?
We actually, we were just talking about that. We just did a house in Leopolis about a month ago, and we had all left the 3rd floor, which was at one point living quarters, and we had our cameras set up there, and we've got what looks like a little kid.
It's a full body apparition.
Full body apparition on the camera.
And you guys have a YouTube channel. People can check these things out. So, do you know what it's called? I mean, what is it?
Eddie?
Paper Valley Paranormal.
That's what it's under?
Yes.
Okay, because
all one word.
I'll be binge watching that over a couple of glasses of Windsor tonight.
Cool.
Because the reason Dan and I talked in the first place, besides the fact that we bowled together, but I was at a farmhouse in New Albany, Iowa, at a deer camp that the house is 212 years old. I was sleeping on the couch. All the other guys are sleeping upstairs, and I got flicked really hard in the face. I mean, really hard. I kind of brushed it off at first because I had a half a bottle of Crown Royal in me. So I'm thinking, maybe. But then it did it again, even harder.
Trying to wake you up.
But then I tried to stand up and sit up, and I couldn't. It was like somebody had
holding you down.
Yeah, I couldn't get up. So needless to say, the rest of the night, the rest of the trip, I had the TV on, and I slept sitting up. I refused to go back to sleep. I would nod off. Well, yeah, I was touched twice in the same night. So that was enough for me. And ever since then, I had to explain it to people, and they didn't. Some believed me, some didn't. But,
we love that stuff.
Well, I'm sure you guys get people like, oh, yeah, right, blah, blah, blah. But people don't really, unless they've had an experience, they don't understand. So.
Yeah, no, that's the stuff we want to happen.
Most people that come on the tours are skeptics, and as soon as, something happens, we've had a couple of people who've been touched and stuff, and it made them believers.
I'll bet it did. I mean, I have never thought about it until that moment. So, and, it happened once. I'm like, all right, maybe I was dreaming, or a mouse crawled across my face. Happened twice and couldn't sit up. That was a little weird. So, all right, we're going to have these guys back in just a few minutes, and I think we're going to do a tune before we come back, and we'll talk more with Paper Valley Paranormal coming up.
I may never eat a burrito again.
No.
Rick and Larry.
In the early days of Motley Crue.
Found a way for my husband.
Nice ride, Phil.
Thanks, Gary.
Great. License restrictions apply. Offer ends 10/31.
Constant Halloween tradition.
All with no contract.
Menards. Good through.
And real saving.
Creepy things already happen here.
Max Life. TJ Maxx.
And we're back, ladies and gentlemen. Paper Valley Paranormal. Hanging out in the studio. Creepy things already happen here. Even our cleaning guy said there's stories in here, didn't he?
Yeah, that's bathroom.
Parts of this building came from other places in the city, and it's old, apparently. I personally haven't seen anything in the building until I walked in the bathroom now, and like Hutter just said, it was like some kind of a rave in there. I mean, the lights are just flickering like crazy in there. I've never seen them do that. I have a video of that, by the way, I'll be putting on our Facebook page. Meanwhile, you should like their Facebook page, Paper Valley Paranormal's Facebook page. And you guys, now if somebody is having trouble, or, is freaked out, something's going on in their house, they can get a hold of you guys. And what do you guys charge them? And, give me a rundown on that.
Yeah, our investigations are always free. We're doing it to help the public. If you're having paranormal activity, if you've had experiences, if you just want to tell your family you're not crazy, we're the people to call. Just reach out on Facebook, send us a message, and we'll get back to you.
And you guys have thousands of followers.
Yeah, thousands.
Yes.
So it's funny how people will talk about this stuff out of the side of their mouth, but yet again, though, like me, I'll creep around all the scary stuff on YouTube, the weirdest places of all, especially this time of year, but I'll do it all year long. You guys do this all year long, too, right? Not just Halloween.
Yeah. Yes.
This is something you do, on the side. Everybody
Just
has
as
jobs.
much in the cold of the winter as we do in the summer.
Yeah. So tell me about some of the equipment. I just saw a thermal photo of a child basically hanging from a rafter at one of your investigations.
Yeah, that was at First Ward Schoolhouse in Wisconsin Rapids. We're very good friends with the owner of the schoolhouse. And it was actually confirmed a little boy named Oscar had died there.
I just saw a picture of Oscar.
Thermal picture that looks like a body hanging in the rafters.
It does. And you guys thermal equipment.
Yes.
EVPs, you can get those. You got recorders. You got mini DV cameras probably that you can set up throughout the investigation.
Yes, we do.
EMF detectors.
Yep.
Yes.
You have everything that you need, right?
Yeah.
So you guys basically go in, you set up, and then lights out.
We just got a new piece of equipment that should be up and running next week. It's the SLS camera, which it pretty much it makes your body into a stick figure and dots.
I remember seeing that on some episodes of other shows.
Yes, and
That's really cool equipment.
Say the spirit's next to us, it'll show their stick figure next to us with nobody there.
That's insane.
And for people that have not seen the equipment, haven't seen the shows, whenever we do a tour somewhere, like we have coming up on the 27th, we typically go over all of our equipment, explain everything. We'll even let the people handle the equipment to an extent.
Okay.
Thermal camera costing thousands of dollars.
Right.
We tend not to hand that out to the public. But
Here's a recorder for your EVP.
Yeah.
yep.
But I understand because that stuff's expensive, so.
K2 meters, which, if anybody's watched the TV shows, they're seeing the K2 meters,
Right.
which have, a button and a few lights on. And
It senses energy when energy's near it.
Okay.
We tend to give some of them, not give some of them out, but let some of our guests handle them,
Sure.
so that way they can kind of get in on it. And
sign them out.
And not sign them out.
Just interact.
As
Feel
we're
like
doing
a ghost
as we're
hunter.
doing the investigation, it'll be like they're part of the investigation with us, and
So
they'll be
you're-
handling the K2 meter.
so
Oh my
you're
God,
teaching
it's going
them.
off.
Yeah,
You're
definitely.
teaching them at the same time, and then for maybe they'll join the group and help investigate in the future.
Yes.
And we're always looking for new people.
That's cool. And new spots to check out. I've got a farmhouse for you guys to check out pretty soon.
Yes.
Excellent.
That's deer season. As soon as deer season's over, might be headed that way. That's New Albany, Iowa, by the way.
Awesome.
So that place is creepy.
Can't
So-
wait to check it out.
All right. Well, I'm glad you guys came in. And again, this isn't just for Halloween. This is something I'm interested in. And Dan, I talked to Dan about it before. And if you don't, because this investigation is sold out on the 27th, just watch for future ones.
Yeah, we'll have more coming up.
We'll have
Oh,
many more
definitely.
coming up. Absolutely.
All right. Paper Valley Paranormal. Thanks, you guys.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you're
Thank you,
welcome.
Tim.
Thanks.
All right. Let's do some Queen. Here's Somebody to Love, even if you're an apparition.